Hello, my name is Geogen and welcome back to Armoured Warfare. Today it's one from the archives in terms of footage, as I haven't really had anything worth showing you in the last week or two. I don't think I may have to double check again. As you can see, it is recorded from my perspective. This isn't a replay file, and I did reply to that comment if you're watching out there, saying that I will try and do videos like this from now on. The replay system isn't really that great, and you get a lot more information in this panel, as well as the fact that you can see in first person. So I'll try and do that for every Armoured Warfare video until they improve the replay system, which I hope they do quite soon. Well, alongside making it a bit more playable in terms of frame rates. That is a bit of a problem in terms of recording from this perspective, but I can try and get around that. Anyway, we have some crab gameplay. The crab in this match, tier 9, sorry, it's a tier 9 AFE even now, but this was before the Sphinx and the other tier 10s were implemented. So tier 9 used to be the maximum tier, and this was the maximum tier AFE therefore. It's a very nice little piece of kit. It's a four-wheeled machine, so no tracks, meaning you can't rotate in place. Well, the RCR can. Bit of lag there, as you can see, but never mind. We can just go to town on the side of that M1A2. Very easy, 12 shots into the side, 79 damage on the last one, totaling 914, so just under 1,000 hit points in the space of about 5 seconds. This thing is very nice. In comparison to the Sphinx, you have similar damage per minute because the crab has a bigger magazine, but it does less damage per shot. Whereas the Sphinx has 13 shots in the magazine and does about 200 damage per shot. Armor wise, the Sphinx is better. The crab can only really absorb hits from very extreme angles, from MBTs, or from things like weasels and such. High explosive isn't as effective as you might think, although you will do significant damage over time. I'm talking about weasel and 30 caliber high explosive here. Of course, higher caliber high explosive, 120mm high explosive will do a lot more damage. You'll also notice the old sounds here. Yeah, the new sounds for the 30 cals, not 30 cals, the 30mm and such are a bit nicer. See, the accuracy at range here of the crab is not brilliant, but you can still get a few shots on target. Also, shot delay was still present in this matchup, so you saw I had to aim a little bit further there to the left, and you see the shells sort of going in where I'm aiming them. But that's the back of a Leopard 2A5, and we can penetrate him very easily. You notice also that at the bottom I'm firing armor piercing, and also there's high explosive. This vehicle also gets heat rounds, which are good against artillery pieces and armored fighting vehicles, such as weasels and things which don't have a lot of angling and armor. Challenger 1, he doesn't have the ERA, which means we can penetrate his side armor a lot more easily. And here's a T80 with the worst side armor at tier 8 alongside the M1 even. Although the Type 90-2 may also have bad side armor, but he was paying attention to his front from all of these vehicles, so we could just take away 2093 hit points on his back. Auto aim there, we're driving away because we need to get past this Leopard 2A5, and you can get away with this in this matchup as well as this matchmaking and the game version, because of the shot delay. That 285 wouldn't have been able to hit me at going at this speed. I say that, I get hit pretty bad there, and I'm going around the back of this Paladin, drive by 92 kilometers an hour here, and here's where I make my error. Now, as you can see, the majority of our forces in the bottom there. What I should have done now is turn right and try to link up with them. However, we could have been ambushed by the Stingray 2, so I thought I'd try and help them from up here. As you can see, that M1 Abrams giving us the back of his engine. He has no idea where we are. Well, he does because of the tracer, but we just pummeled him for another 1200 damage. But I wasn't paying attention, and we get taken down by the Weasel 1, which shows that the 30 cal AP rounds can go through us quite easily. It's a good vehicle. It's had some nerfs with regards to its rate of fire, not rate of fire, in terms of its reload of its 33 shells, but that's a universal nerf. I can't remember the exact reload time now, but I don't think it's 7 seconds anymore. In terms of when it's in tier 10 games, it will struggle to fight the front of vehicles, even the side of vehicles with 224 penetration, except the M1A3, XM1A3. If it doesn't have that ERA on the sides, it's quite good. The changes to the way vehicles move slightly, I think, have been implemented, and the vehicle doesn't slide as much anymore. It does still slide. The Sphinx is much more stable. All in all, it's not a bad vehicle. You can see you can get a lot of damage done. 7,795 here, 101 shots fired. And they're just hunting down the Weasel 1 and the Stingray 2, which will take them quite a while as they are quite slow. And they're going around in the pack, which is good. They're not actually splitting off. That M1A1 at the back there is, but this is what you have to do when you're in slower tanks and you're hunting down much faster tanks. You can't go on your own, as you'll get completely annihilated. So let's just look at the post-game stats. So here's the old garage UI. As you can see, this is very old. But 7,795 damage, 2,600 spotting damage, 10 spots. Top on the team on damage is a tier 9 maximum game, of course, before the tier 10s. 189 shots fired, 159 hits. All in all, not bad at all. So, I hope you enjoyed this crab gameplay, even if it is a bit of a old school replay. And as always, I've been Geogen, and I'll see you chaps and chapettes in the next one.